notice that the graph says position versus time. Now if you look down on the x-axis, you can see 0, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 and 20, time in seconds. Then your position is 0, -2, 4, -4, and then 2, 4. And what it's really referencing is, see this dot? It's the position it is here from 0. Now if I go 1 to the right, that's +1, 1 to the left is -1, goes back and forth all the way to about 4 over here. So if I wanted to just experiment, which is what I'm doing, start. Now watch, see how it's at 0? Now if I go to 1, it's at 1. Go to -1, it's at -1. -2, go up to 2, up to 3, down to -3, up to 4, down to -4, back to 0, there. So those are little different things you can do as you monkey around with this thing. And now this link only works in my Safari browser. It didn't work in my Google Chrome, but it probably works in Internet Explorer and probably works in others. And you might have to download the plugin for it, but it's just a Java plugin. So what I want you to do on this assignment is, if you click match 1, I want you to match that graph. So see how it starts at 0, so I'm going to move that little ball so it's 0, that's its position. Now if I click start, it stays at 0, then watch, slowly increases. So then I have to match it. I'm going too slow, and then I have to try and match so it matches the line. And I'm going to run out of a mouse pad. There. Got it. So not too shabby. And all I really want you to do is do the best you can to try and match that. See if you can get really good at it. See if you can match it better. You can just reset it, redo it, do the best you can and match. And what the idea of this is you're always looking at positions, you're looking at charts. If you're in the medical field, any field, you're going to be looking at these little charts and graphs, and you want to see is what's happening as time goes on. How is it moving? Like a heartbeat. It goes up and down and then back up. Or insulin levels, different things like that. You want to be able to read the chart as time passes, what happens. Let me see if I can find one here that matches insulin levels. This one might match insulin levels over time. So what happens as time goes on, maybe you have 3 point something per unit of blood in your body, and then as time goes on, it drops. And you'll notice, what I want you to see is, what happens to the rate? How fast do you have to move this ball to get caught up? So if I'm at like 4, which is this is pretty close to where it is. Now if I start, you'll see that I can, I just kind of move pretty slow, right? I'm moving pretty slow. And then I'm slowly having to move to the left, faster and faster. I'm not even keeping up. See, I didn't even keep up fast enough. So you start extremely slow, and then you have to move, excuse me, move faster and faster. So this is what I want you to do, is you take each one of these, and I want you to match all 8 of them, copy them, do a screenshot of them, and then paste them in a Word document or any kind of document writing software, and then send them off to me. Title them, maybe match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to see how close you can get to that. And what I want you to pay attention to is the rate in which you have to move that ball, because the rate is what you're really looking for. The rate, because that's going to help you plan. Like this one, where does it start at? It starts at 0. So I have to move the ball to start at 0. Now you'll notice it stays the same. And then I look, okay, that's 2.5 seconds, it goes up a half. 2.5 seconds again, it goes up another half. So you're going to keep in mind like the rate, so you can plan this out. How fast do you have to move it? Are you going to move too fast, too slow? You want to see that. It's really trying to, what's happening. If it's a steeper increase, like say that one, see how it starts out really slow? But whoa, it really starts increasing. That one decreases incredibly fast here. So those are things I want you to keep in mind as you're going through this and looking at it and you're doing this experiment. I want you to see all those things.